Second one is
That second point we are going to discuss. Second one, I start with writing. Writing into writing data into file. So this topic I'm going to discuss. Here also we are going to use a couple of functions. So the first function I'm going to discuss is to write putc. Putc function and there is fputc also. Both are same. If you write putc or fputc, both are same. So what is the purpose? This function, first we will start with writing. So first function is fputc or putc. This is used to, or this function, it is used to write character, one single character into a file pointed by file pointer fp, pointed by file pointer. What is the file pointer? This file pointer fp is created in the step 1. So when we are opening a file, we used fopen function. Fopen function is taking two arguments. First one is file name, second one is mode of file. So reading mode or writing mode or appending mode. So with these two arguments, fopen function will open the particular file and it returns the file pointer to that particular file to the left side. That we will hold with the variable fp, which is a file pointer. So what is the fputc or putc function is doing? It is used to write one character, only one character at a time into the file. Into which file? The file which is pointed by the file pointer created in the step 1. So that is the main intention of the fputc or putc function. Now when it is going to read, so it is going to read when the file is opened in reading mode. So in reading mode, when file is opened in reading mode, fputc function will read one character. Now we will see the syntax of that particular function. So I already discussed, to understand the function we need to discuss 4 important points. The first one is, what is the file name, what is the function name, and how many arguments it will take, and what are the types of arguments. And after taking these arguments, what is the function is doing. So these 4 important points we have to remember. So what is the function name? Putc or fputc. Next, how many arguments it will take to read from the file? It will take the sorry, we are talking about writing operation, right? So to write the one character into the particular file, how many arguments it will take? The first one is the character. So character variable and fp, that means a pointer file pointer fp it will take. Or simply I am writing here fp means file pointer. So after taking these two arguments, putc function will write this single character c. C is what? Character variable that hold only one character. So that one character is written into this file pointer associated with the file. Or we can also say like this: this character, single character, is written into the file associated with this fp pointer. ఏదైతే ఈ fp అనేది పాయింట్అవుట్ చేస్తున్న ఫైల్, ఆ ఫైల్లోకి ఈ సింగిల్ క్యారెక్టర్ అనేది we will write it. So by the function putc or fputc. So this is the syntax of the putc function or fputc function. So next we will go to the second one. Here the one more function is putw function. This function it is used to write a integer, only one integer at a time, integer into a file pointed by pointed by pointed by fp, file pointer. That file pointer created in the step 1. So fp we are going to talk about fp. So in a reading mode that you can write. So what is the syntax? What is the syntax of this particular file? I mean function. Put w, there is no f, only put w. Inside this, we have to write the first argument fp. First argument is a variable. That means integer variable. That variable name we have to write. And second argument is a file pointer to the file that we created in the step 1. So what the function will do? What the function will do? Put w function will write this single integer value into this file associated with this file pointer, right? So what a put w function is doing? Put w function will write only one integer at a time. So one integer, that integer variable value into the fp. That means the file associated with this file pointer. Into that file we are going to return this one integer. That is the functionality of the put w. So putc function will write only one single character into this file fp, and put w will write only one single integer into this fp. What is fp? Fp is a link to file. So into that file we are going to write. Next function, we have a fputs. Fputs function will write a group of characters into the file. So same thing I am going to write. It is used to, so here you can see fputs. S means what? String. String means what? Group of characters. So here we are going to write a group of characters into file. Here you can see fputc. C means single character. Here S means a group of characters, which is nothing but a string. So you write down, it is used to write string. That means group of characters at a time. Group of characters, into a file pointed by fp. F means file pointer. What is the syntax? Syntax is fput s. How many arguments it is going to take? It will take the string name, str, string variable name, and second argument is a file pointer pointing to a file. So after taking these two arguments, fputs function will do what? Fputs function will write strs, group of characters in str, are written into the file associated with this fp pointer. So this group of characters string is written into this file by the fputs. And next we are going to discuss about fprintf. This function is similar to that printf we used in regular what we can say programs. So in regular programs we are using printf, and that printf and this fprintf both are same, except that it works for file, that it works for file. What does that mean? This regular printf, what we are using in the all the programs, is going to print some data, is going to write some data on the monitor, and this is also going to write some data, but not on the monitor. This fprintf function will not write the data on the monitor. Instead of writing the data or printing the data on the monitor, it will write the data into the file. That is only the difference between fprintf and printf function, except that there is no difference at all. Now we will try to observe the syntax. What is the syntax for fprintf? F printf, how many arguments it will take? It will take three arguments. First one is the file pointer, into which file you are going to write the data, that file pointer. And second argument is the control string. That means you know what are control strings: percentile u, percentile c, percentile s. That control string we are going to write, and followed by list of variables, list of variable list we are going to write. So if you remove this, if you remove this function is as it is like a printf function. So control string and variable list, control string and variable list. Except this, we are going to write one more argument, fp. Now after taking these three arguments, what fprintf function will do? What fprintf function will do? So now, right now, we are going to write the data, right? So the fprintf function will take let me write the example so that you will understand for this one. Example, right? Fprintf, the first argument is a file pointer associated with the file. Fp means nothing but you can think as file, because the file is pointed by fp only. When fp is pointing to file, you can read the data from the file and you can do other operations on the file. So in a program, if I talk about fp, it is nothing but a file. Fp is nothing but a file. Control string, what is the control string? Here I am writing percentile d comma percentile s comma. Here I am writing the roll number variable, which is an integer type, and the s name, student name variable, which is a array of characters, which is nothing but a string. So after taking three arguments, fprintf function will first it will read the data percentile d from roll number. Percentile d is replaced with roll number. That means, for example, 101 is replaced with what? Percentile d. Next, percentile s is replaced with the value of s name. For example, it is Ramu. Now, after replacing percentile d with 101 with the value of roll number, after replacing percentile s with the value of s name Ramu, now we framed one string 101 Ramu. So now this 101 and Ramu is stored into fp. So that is performed by fprintf function. So let me explain one more time. After taking these three arguments, this percentile d is replaced with the roll number 101, and percentile s is replaced with the s name, which is Ramu. Now what we framed this string 101 and Ramu. So this 101 Ramu, now it is written into the fp, which is nothing but a file pointer. So into that file we are going to write a 101 and Ramu. The last one is fwrite function. So this fwrite function is used to write the block of structure, a structured data. If you create student structure or employee structure, that total employee structure data you can write into the file. That means a structure can be stored into file. So with the help of fwrite. So how can you explain with this? It is used to write entire block of data, entire block of structure data into a file pointed by fp. Syntax. What is the syntax for it? Syntax is write down the function name fwrite. How many arguments it will take? It will take almost 3 arguments. It will take 4 arguments. It will take. First one, the address of the structure variable. Address of the structure variable it will take. Second one, the what is the size of the structure? Size of that particular structure variable. Str struct variable it will take, followed by and number of times you want to read, only one time. And when you read the data from the structure, from this address of structure, into which file you are going to write is the last argument, that is fp, which is nothing but a file pointer associated with a file in the database. So fp means nothing but a file. So fwrite function will take 4 arguments. The first one is from which structure variable you are going to read data. So that is the first one. What we have to write? The address of the structure variable we have to write. So from this address of the structure variable only the structure data can be read. And when you are reading the data from this particular structure variable, what is the structure of what is the size of the structure also we have to know. So that can be written as the second argument and calculated by using the size of operator. Inside we have to write structure variable name. So when you write the structure variable name inside size of operator, it will calculate the size of the particular structure, so that the fwrite function will come to know that how much size I have to read from this particular structure variable. So this much size of data is read from the structure. How many times it will read? Only one time. So that is specified in the third argument. That is specified. For example, if it is a 2, that means this much size. For example, it contains 10 bytes of data. So, and 2 we have written. First time it will read 10 bytes of data and it will store it into the FP. Second time it will read 10 bytes of data and it will store it into FP. But only one time is sufficient. So I'm writing here 1. So now what fwrite function will do? Fwrite function will read this much size of data, 10 bytes of data from structure variable only one time and return into the file FP. So that is the functionality of the fwrite. So with this we completed all the functions in the writing operations to file. And I want to modify same thing. So we are going to discuss the third point, the reading data from the file. So which is exactly opposite to writing data into file. So let me copy this one and I will copy and paste it. And with the little modifications, I am going to modify the writing operations into reading operations. Go to the edit menu and go to copy and come here. Come to the end. Here you go to again edit menu and paste. Right. So this we are going to modify into reading operations. Already we have writing into a file. So A, B, C, D, E, all these functions are discussed. And same data I copied here, I will modify into writing operations with small modification, reading operations with small modifications. Here, instead of writing, you write down reading. So reading from a file, reading from file. And here f put c and get c. Here f put c and get c, put c and f put c will turns into get c. There we are going to put some data into the file. When you are writing data into the file, here we are reading, that means we have to get some data from the file. So put c will become get c. Here also f put c will become f get c. F get c. And it is used to not write the data, it is used to read the data, because we are getting data by using the get c and the f get c function. So it is used to read a character from a file pointed by the file pointer in a reading operation. In a reading operation, there we return, right, reading only, right? So it is used to write some character into the file pointed by the file pointer in a writing operation. Here we written wrong, in a writing operation, because it is a writing operation first we discussed. So here you write down put c and f put c will become get c and f get c, because we are getting the characters, we are reading, that means we are getting from the file. So opposite to put c, get c. And it is used to read character from a file pointed by a file pointer fp in a reading mode. Okay. And here also syntax will become what put c will become get c. Put c will become get c. And we are not writing character, we are reading from the file. So only it will take one argument fp. So the file associated with this fp, from that file one character is read at a time and it will return to the left side. So that character we will hold with one more character variable c. What it will do, it will get one character from this file fp and it will return to the left side. So we will hold that one single character with character variable c. And here put w. Put w will become get w, because we are getting from the file. So you erase it, and instead of put w, it will become get w. So use it to get one integer from the file. So you change the definition also. It is used to not write, it is used to read a integer from a file, from a file pointed by the file pointer fp. And what is the syntax? Syntax will change like this. A put w will become a get w, and only file pointer is enough. File pointer is enough. So now this get w function will get one integer from this file fp, right? So put w will become get w, because we are getting one integer from the file. We are not putting into the file, we are getting from the file. So from this file fp, one integer is retrieved and it will return to the left side, that we will hold with one integer variable. One integer variable. So let me explain one more time. Get w function will get one integer from the fp file and it will return that integer to the left side, that we will store with the one integer variable here. Here instead of put s, it will become a get s. That means we are getting s. S means string, group of characters we are getting from a file. So now change the definition also. Change the definition also. It is used to write. Write will become a read, because we are getting data. So it is used to read. It is used to read string or group of characters from a file pointed by the fp. And what is the syntax here? When you are getting the data, then we have to modify the function name. If put s will become get s. And how many arguments it will take? It will take the second argument we have to modify, comma, we have to write the number of bytes. number of bytes we have to write, and remaining arguments are same. Now what fgetS function will do? FgetS function will get a group of characters from this file fp, and how many characters it will read is specified here in the second argument, number of bytes. For example, number of bytes are 10 or number of bytes are 8, then this fgetS function will read 8 bytes of memory, 8 bytes of that means 8 characters are read from this file and stored into the string variable str. Let me explain one more time. fgetS function will read 8 bytes of characters from this file, and that 8 characters are written into the stored into the str, and this is reading operation from the file. 8 bytes are read, that means 8 characters are read, and we store it into str. And where we are specifying 8 in the place of number of bytes, that is the second argument in the fgetS. First argument is the str variable name, second argument is number of bytes that you are going to read from the fp, and third argument is from which file pointer you are going to read is the third argument. Here fprintf will become fscanf, because we are not writing into the file, we are getting, so that fprintf will become opposite, it will become fscanf. And this function is similar to that of scanf, except that it works for a file, it is same. And what is the syntax? Syntax is opposite to printf, we have to write fscanf. It will take these 3 arguments, and working style is different. Let me explain. Before that, let me change the example section also. fscanf, and it will take 3 arguments. So when it is taking 3 arguments, what fscanf function will do? Fscanf function will read I will explain the example. Fscanf will read %d, one integer, and one string from the file. From the file it will read, for example, in a file we have a integer value earlier written 101, that is stored in the what fp only, and next Ramu is there. So from the file, %d is replaced with 101 integer value. From the file, Ramu is read, and it is replaced with %s. So what we have read from the file, we have read 101 and replaced with %d, and we have read Ramu from the file and replaced with %s. Now what is the string we framed? 101 and Ramu. Now this 101 and Ramu will go into the roll number and s name. First this 101 will go into the address of roll number, and this Ramu will go into the s name. So let me explain one more time. Fscanf function will read %d from the fp 101, and it will read %s from fp, that is Ramu. Now 101 is written into the roll number, and Ramu will return into the s name. So this is the working style of the fscanf. Now the last one, fwrite will become fread, because earlier we did writing operation. Now we are going to read from the file. So fwrite will become fread. It is used to write. It is used to not write the data. It is used to read the data. Read entire block of structure data from a file. Earlier structure is written into the file. Now from the file we will read the structure, and we will store it into one structure variable. So opposite to writing operation, now we are reading from the file. Earlier we read from the structure, and the structure is stored into file in the second point. Now here in the third point, we are not reading the structure. Whatever structure stored earlier in the file, that structure data we are reading from the file, and we are storing into the structure variable opposite to that one. So it is used to read entire block of structure data from a file pointed by a FP. So what is the syntax? Syntax will become, instead of writing operation, we have to say read, and address of struct and size and struct and FP. Everything is same, but here we have to write what? Instead of F write, we have to write F read. So now you tell me what is the explanation for it. F read function will read from this file. How much data it will read? Here we have to write 10 instead of in the second argument. So how many times we have to read from the file? We have to specify as a third argument. So only one time I am going to read. So 10 bytes of data only one time is read from the file FP and stored into the structure variable here. Let me explain one more time. 10 bytes of data only one time is read from this FP file pointer, and that 10 bytes of data is stored into this structure variable. Last one is closing a file, because in the first phase we did what we can say, we are open a file. In the second point we did writing operations. In third one we did reading operations. After reading and writing operations we don't need a file, so then we are going to close the file. That is fourth one, closing a file. Closing a file. For this closing a file, which function is used? For closing a file, fclose function is used. Fclose function is used to close the file. What is the syntax? Syntax is fclose. It will take one and only one argument. The which file pointer you are going to close, which file you are going to close, that particular file pointer you have to write. So the file associated with this file pointer is closed. If that file is closed, if the file is closed, it returns 0. If the file is not closed, the file is not closed, it returns -1. To close the multiple files, to close the all files at a time, to close the all the files at a time, we use f close all. This function is used. With this we completed today's session.